Okay. Good evening or good morning, depending on where you're at in the world. I want to do this video just first of all try and make this video kind of quick and to the point, because these videos don't upload fast enough on YouTube. It's a pain in the ass. Like, it makes me mad. Like, I'm trying to upload a video on there. It's over an hour of stuff, but it's taken like almost a week, like 3 days to freaking upload. So I'm gonna try and do this one pretty quick. I want to talk about depression, all kinds of crap that we go through, that I went through. Men, women, females going through it, anything, from abuse and trauma, just from your, everyday life. Some people just have it. They got depression and everything, don't know where it's from. It's from something. It's not like it's just there, and you have it. It makes no sense. There's a cause for everything, an effect for everything. So when people say, it's just there, or whatever, or stuff is hereditary, I mean, something does it. Something causes it. But, so like both men and women, were traumatized by something. Whatever our life is like, what we're going through as we're growing up, like with family, or whoever is raising us, or if we got a good family and stuff like that, and it's other other outside stuff doing it. Bad friends, it could be still a bad lifestyle. Simply just not being happy with your life or your jobs. There are reasons why you're depressed or anxious, having anxiety, and stuff like that, and we need to figure out why. Like, need to figure this shit out. Is it your self-worth? Like, you feel like shit about yourself, or you don't feel good, not feeling good about yourself, your looks, how you are, how things are going, I don't know, something. Your confidence, are you confident in yourself, confident about doing stuff, what you're doing, putting yourself out there, or just talking to people, confident about like your job, being at your job. There's so many levels of confidence out there. But, self-esteem is big, especially with women. How they feel about themselves, toward themselves, and worrying about what others think about them, and all this stuff. I mean, yeah, guys get it too, and I've had that. I don't have it now like I used to. I mean, I'm not desperate anymore like I used to. I had all this crap happen to me, trauma. I've been around bad people, criminals, drug addicts, and stuff like that. I just got sucked in because I'm like a sponge. I just absorb and stuff and get sucked in and try to help and understand the situation, understand foundations and where they come from and stuff like that. What causes them to become what they are, and how they grow up and stuff like that. These are all things to worry about and think about, factors. When we see stuff on the news and Fox News and local news and see crime, okay, well, there's a reason behind it with these people and how they grow up, their foundation, what conspired to making them do it. bad relationship or whatever. This person owes this person, or, you know, this person cheated on, you know, this person, or cheated with that guy, that person. There's so many different situations and stuff why people go mad and go crazy, okay? And you see this on the news. They lose control, they can't control nothing, control their life. And, you know, going through depression, anxiety, mental health, schizophrenia, PTSD is huge, like with veterans or people who have been through trauma like me or other people I might know. The trauma and then triggering the PTSD, you get angry, you get pissed off, mad, or super stressed like me. I get super stressed and that. Trying not to get mad, but super stressed. My pulse is up every damn day. My blood pressure does pretty good balancing stuff, but my pulse is up. And I'm trying to get used to it and deal with this. Like coming out of this damn coma. I was like in a live coma for like 2 3/4, almost 3 years. Back in the beginning in 2022, like last week of August and going into September and stuff, I took these hydroxyzine pills. Bad side effects, and they're like an antihistamine. So they block everything and block transmitters and hormones from working in your body, causing your, you know, eyes to dry out, your mouth, everything else. You can't poop, you can't go to the bathroom, you got constipation all the time. You know, can't even do anything. Your body is not producing nothing. It blocks all that stuff because it's a damn antihistamine. 25 milligram I took. It put me in a damn coma. It sedated me and put me in this coma. Plus just depression and everything else. So I'm gonna get into that, like what mine was. But you got like general depression, okay, that maybe you can manage or with pills and stuff. General anxiety. But then like you got bad anxiety where it's just everything's through the roof and you can't control it. Definitely need pills or something. And the depression, I mean, a lot of people can't come out of it and they can't go without pills or even get off pills. They can't do it like I'm doing, and maybe some others that I don't know about, but they can't do it. They can't, you know, it's not like I'm God or nothing. God is working through me. God is making me go through this. God got me through this, blessed me, like he kept me going, and I just wanted to die. Didn't want to be here. Like, okay, you know, had enough, and other people have had enough with their life. But, you know, being sucked into things all the time, being judged all the time, controlled, having a narcissistic, you know, father, you know, not having a girlfriend, like not, you know, having stable relationships. I mean, nothing. I mean, it's just stupid. Not having anything in your damn life and shit, okay? That's why people get depressed and all this crap happens. And you just don't give a crap. So, like, you know, I had some different purposes going, like doing fitness training for people and doing massage therapy, trying to help people. But, like, I was going through this stuff growing up and being put down and criticized so bad. And it messes with your self-talk, how you think about yourself and talk, you know, to yourself. Anything that you're doing, you know, if you're crafting, you're building stuff, you're doing anything, you know, working a job and stuff. But like when someone, you know, a family member or a friend or somebody out there, a coworker is putting you down, it's going to ruin your self-esteem, your confidence, your self-talk, how you think toward yourself. So it did it with me, And I was like always fighting this throughout my life, always fighting it. And so it hindered me so bad that I just couldn't get nowhere, you know. Going in circles with everything with life and just not getting nowhere. You try and you try, you know, and it just doesn't cut it. You try hard at a job, you try hard at a relationship, try to fix things, and the other person don't want to do it, or like people don't want to respond to it and stuff like that. You're not getting the results that you want. Not getting the success or accomplishing what you want to do. So you're running into a brick wall, essentially. You're just running into a dead end here and stuff like that. So it ruins all this stuff, your self-talk. And that's what I went through. And then my mom has always been very supportive of me, but very overprotective. So I've had this bad balance, you know, the criticism and all that stuff, and being put down instead of being brought up to be tough and stand up for yourself, speak up, not kiss ass or do nothing, but being put down and all this stuff being frowned upon and stupid shit, you know. And then, you know, you got your other parent trying to bring you up and do all this stuff, and it's not enough because, you know, it needs to come from both parents. It needs to come from the dad, whether you're a girl or a guy. It needs to come from that. Because as a girl, you need that father figure to toughen you up too, you know, so you don't go after bad men or get abused and get taken advantage of and all this stuff, get cheated on. And then you're not having the daddy issues. You're not going after sugar daddies. You're not chasing that. Chasing a man or a guy with money to, you know, thinking it's going to fix your life, fix you, and it's not. You're chasing some guy with money out there, a rich man or a sugar daddy, because you think that's the answer and it's going to fix your life, and it's not, because, you know, I've seen it. I help a girl like that and stuff like that, escorting and stuff. It doesn't work. It's not going to fix you. So quit doing it. It's bullcrap. You're only hurting yourself. So, I mean, it starts with God and everything. He's a man, so he can't do you any wrong. I guess it starts with him and then go from there, I guess. And maybe some guy will come along for you and pick you up, and you might have the PTSD going on and the stress and trust issues, and you think it's all fake and stuff, and he's going to do something to you, and maybe not. But if you learn to have faith again and trust and go with God, you know, it might change you. And then as far as a guy, same thing, you know, not looking for a girl that's going to take you down, take your money, you know, abuse you and stuff like that too. Same thing. Or judge you for your jobs and what you're doing, what car you drive, or what house you have, where you live, living at home or not, things you do and stuff, you know. And then if a girl just doesn't compare men with each other, that would be nice. Stop comparing us and judging and all these things and looking for that perfect guy and everything. Start looking for, you know, just a person that's going to do right, not wrong. So both sides of the aisle, finding the right girl that's compatible with us and meshes with us, you know, and finding the right guy that meshes with you and stuff like that. It's all about balance and stuff. And we got to find that. We have to find that. But, you know, it starts with faith and starts with God. Because if you're not doing these things and going with him, and you're just like living every day and you're on Facebook dragging your ass, and, you know, not getting out of this slump and stuff like that, and having the trust issues, you're going to stay stuck in there. You're not getting out. I got myself out of this coma, this slump. So it was tough. So, okay, you got anxiety, you got depression out there. People have personality disorders, borderline identity disorder, narcissism, you know, gaslighting. Those are under the personality disorder. Those can't be cured or fixed, even with medicine. I don't care who says what or what doctor says what. Because I've lived with one, and I know someone else and know people probably going through this and living with it. It can't be fixed. Depression, anxiety, and those things can be fixed. Schizophrenia, bipolar, not a personality disorder. You can't fix and control a person for gaslighting you, denying all the time, and criticizing you and getting on you all the time, like having a response all the time. Every time you say something, do something, there's like a response. It's like bouncing off a damn tree, okay? A fucking tree, okay, with these people. You can't win. You can't do anything. You can't do shit. There's no cure for it. So that's it. We got to get away from it, either deal with it or get away from it. Either way, got to do something about it because it sucks with these people and you can't get rid of it. They got evil shit in them, and when you don't show any remorse or like self-awareness, what they're doing, what they're saying, there's nothing there, okay? Nothing. They don't feel guilty about what they do. The abusers out there and the cheaters and stuff like that, there's no remorse. They don't feel anything about it toward us, toward you. So there's no point in trying to worry about it or fix them because you can't. And they're just going to answer for it one day. So that's that. So, okay, we're 17 minutes in. So, what happened to me was being around different people in these situations, hard-ass people. And, you know, the fact that it changed me and toughened me up at this point, but during the process, it was bad. But, just getting sucked into things, being like a sponge, absorbing stuff, bad or good, no matter what someone is telling me or doing to me, like, I absorb it, I take it in, and it's like whatever I choose to do with it, you know, ignore it, or get involved, or have a response to it. It's whatever we do with it. Being a sponge personality. Look it up. But that's me, and being codependent. And so, again, when you're criticized all your life by somebody and not praised, and you're trying to please that person, and do good, and you're trying to get that praise and you're not getting it, it's a cycle. And you keep doing it and doing it, and it's not helping you at all. You're staying in a cycle. It's not doing a damn thing for you. You're becoming codependent and pleasing people, pleasing abilities. And that's what's happened with me. A guy or girl, don't matter, but it happened to me. And I get dragged into stuff, but I learned from it and got super strong. But what happened was I broke down and took these hydroxyzine pills, and then fell into this coma because it sedated me so bad. It, you know, sedated me like I was asleep. It brought my heart right down, brought everything down, and shut everything down and stuff like that. So I like fell into this coma. So it was like, you know, it wasn't just general depression. It wasn't just like, okay, take some pills and move on. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was effed up, bullcrap stuff. But I mean, I was figuring it out, always looking on my phone, trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with me and diagnose myself, and you know, your parents are sort of like not believing you and going against you a little bit, and then they're wanting to take you to different doctors and hospital, and because they can't figure it out and they think you just have issues or you're psychotic, they take you to a mental hospital, and that's not good because you're in there with all these other people and you're not used to that. I wasn't used to it. It was just pure bullshit, all it was. And I'm going to shut these damn places down, bring the house down, eventually one of these days. And it's going to happen because I'm like a damn train, like Trump. I just go and go, and you can't stop me, God keeps me going. God keeps us going. Nothing can stop us if we just believe and keep going. Nobody can do it. So, like a damn train. So, that's all it is to it. And, but I went through this coma and stuff for like almost 3 years. Nobody knew what happened, wondered what happened, and didn't get my story out until now. But, finally, like going to this college, where the doctor's office is, next town over, it's really good. It's a nice place, smart medical office. They get good doctors in there. So like this nurse practitioner lady, super smart. Probably like the last few times going there, like, she probably knew what was wrong with me, but I didn't. I just was going there and just was like all skinny and just there and didn't care. And just telling her like some of the stuff, but I felt like she didn't care. That's another thing, like mental health people think that nobody cares and not going to believe them, and support them and give them a chance. That's how they feel. That's how mental health people feel, like that they're not understood and listened to, that nobody's going to believe them and be able to help them. So they stay silent, and it just makes it worse. They stay silent, girls or guys both, and from trauma and stuff, and they just think they can't get help or nobody's going to understand them. You're too scared, too afraid to do it and stuff like that. So that's why. I mean, I'm open book. I put myself out there, and I was super driven, an entrepreneur before all this. But it was so bad that I couldn't be those things for a while. I couldn't do any of that for the 3 years almost, and couldn't tell my story and come on Facebook because these people had me in the gutter, and I felt embarrassed and everything and all this guilt, and just didn't want to bring it out and tell people, but I had to because counseling and therapy didn't work. So I had to bring all this out and tell my story and that, and all my friends, because they would know, and some know these people and stuff like that. And so it helps, and to get all this out. That's what healed me, to get all this out of here and break it out, and that's what healed this, to get this going. So by the time I was going to the college over there, my last visit with this lady, it was her like last time being there. So she got to see me get all better and talk and function and get on this path. But the appointment before that, I was barely getting into this. I just started getting onto Facebook and talking and barely getting out of this. That last time I was with her there. And she mentioned Anhedonia depression. Anhedonia depression with an A. It's Anhedonia. Anhedonia depression. So it's like where you're all locked up. Inability or significant reduction in the ability to experience pleasure and enjoyment from activities. So you're all locked up and numbed. You can't feel a damn thing. You can't feel yourself going to the bathroom hardly. You can't feel yourself eating. you know, you can't get a damn erection, you can't get shit. You know, like a damn girl walks by and you don't feel a damn thing. You don't, you know, nothing happens. I mean, if it happened to a girl, same thing. If a guy walked by and you know, you don't get turned on or you can't feel a damn thing, that's what this anhedonia is. It just numbs you all up. You can't feel shit. And it goes right along with your schizophrenia, bipolar, PTSD, the whole works. And if you just let it go, then it like falls into that. Like it just goes hand in hand. It just what it is. It is what it is. But it's just bad shit. A loss of pleasure, reduced motivation, flatline emotions and stuff. Like you got no emotions, and that was me. Like I had like a locked face. Like, I mean, my eyes were just like, I mean, I don't look like it now, but it was scary. Like I looked at myself in the mirror, and that's what I noticed every day and stuff. Because it was like I was stuck. It was a nervous system stuckness. Yep, stuckness. Made a new word. But it was bad shit. So then, okay, I looked all that up, you know, and I told her and everything. Like this last session I had, I told her. And that's exactly what I had. You know, couldn't eat, couldn't do anything. But on my own, you know, I just keep researching stuff. And I found this other one. It's called Catatonic depression. Catatonic, catatonic. It's another form of a depression characterized by the presence of catatonia, a state of reduced responsiveness to the environment and a marked decrease in your motor activity. So, I mean, that is just bad shit right there. It's hard. It's tough. This gets all numbed up here and stuff. And so when all this is screwed up here, it just numbs all this down here. So they also call it like a retardation, like psychomotor retardation. You're basically locked up, like almost like being in a coma. You don't know who you are, what you're doing, your purpose anymore. I mean, you can look at a picture of yourself or your driver's license and you're like, you don't know who the hell you are anymore. And you don't care. And that's why you don't end up talking to people anymore. You get off Facebook and all this stuff. And that's what happened. Social isolation and stuff. All that goes with depression and all this stuff. The anhedonia stuff. But it affects your motor ability to where you can't do anything. Run, walk, exercise, talk, think, can't do anything. So, you know, you got your like developmental people out there, you know, they're always going to be like that. That's a whole different ball game. But this sort of like you get into this thing and it's like you can't get out of it. I don't know how the hell I got out of it, to be honest, but God was just keeping me going. And I just decided enough was enough. I had to get on Facebook somehow and interact and do stuff again and start posting stuff. And then I started getting all these reactions and people, you know, seeing that I'm on there and everything. And I think it just kind of kept going and going from there. I just kept going at it, you know, breaking out of this shell. And yeah, I was like crazy and weird, but kept doing it and doing it, you know, getting support and getting help. And it just, I think, got better and better, and my mind started working. And it just went from there. and got better. And that's what happened. I started figuring it out with people, and started walking outside, getting my blood pressure and heart working, and getting blood flowing into my brain. Once that all started, it just boom, 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 started working and working, started just coming alive, out of this damn coma. It was crazy. It's crazy shit. But, or like being possessed and stuff like that too. Who knows? I had some demon in me, but I got it out. But, like every time I was like standing up and walking around, like my posture sucked. I was like slouching, and like this and this. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. And now I'm like walking around, doing stuff. But when I got into this, it hurt like hell. Like I felt my muscles being weak and stuff, trying to hold up. So everything was activating and it hurt like hell, but kept using my Bowflex weights and everything, and I just finally got everything stronger. My back especially. You got to have a strong back to do anything, lift stuff and walk. And then core. You got to work your core and your back, everything to begin with, and then you work everything else. But just was working the weights, walking, and everything just started working. Blood pressure going up, blood shooting to my brain and all this stuff. It just started coming around. So now I'm still dealing with, PTSD like other people out there. I'm dealing with like a very high pulse. And so I think it's just because I'm still adjusting. I'm adjusting to the heat and summer again. This is the first time after about 3 years that I'm working and outside and doing stuff and back to myself. I'm like a higher version of myself. I'm better than I was before. And stronger, and just can do stuff. And I can read people's faces. I can feel your energy, your vibe. I can do it through the phone. I don't care who you are. I can do it. And just feel stuff, what's going on, and what might happen, what I can tell what could happen, or what you've been through, and all this stuff. It's so simple. I try to explain to people, but it's really hard. And I try to explain to people what empathy means, what being empathetic means. That's hard to do. If you don't have it, you won't understand. So I might as well not even explain it to you. Because, the people who have it and understand, it's easy to talk about it. But, you have to look it up, what it means and everything. But, you're not going to know what it is unless you feel it and you have it. So it's really hard to explain. But it's like psychic abilities and stuff like that, so don't know what else to tell you there. It happened, and it happened to me and other people, I'm sure. It happens through trauma. That's where it comes from. When you go through trauma, you become this. You get through it and get strong. It's a nice gift, also a curse. So I'm trying to get used to it, but it says it disrupts your awareness, a person's awareness around them. Kind of did that too. I was pretty, I was pretty aware too, like what was going on, and I was noticing different things that I never noticed before, and like stuff going on in the house and stuff. But just things I never paid attention to before, that's for sure. Well, pretty much says it's like a psychiatric thing, psychiatric emergency, catatonic, because you just go out of your mind and you're crazy and not good. don't know what you're doing. So, I mean, it was just, let me tell you what, I was out of my mind and stuff, lost my mind. Didn't want to drive, didn't want to do anything. Let the truck go, just went right down the damn driveway and didn't want it no more. Plus I had issues, I had bad windshield and flooded floor, all kinds of stuff, so I didn't care. Now I gotta deal with it. Now I need another vehicle and get my damn business going, but whatever. You know, it is what it is. I'm alive and helping other people, so. But, yep. I should probably stop now. It's 35 minutes. It's going to take forever to upload again. So all that is just in a nutshell in 35 minutes here. Just got to get through our stuff. Got to get through this life and pray and use God and, I don't know, read the Bible, whatever you got to do. We got to meditate and do stuff, exercise, put good stuff in these bodies. Like, I was doing junk and stuff because, like, I couldn't eat meat and other food because I could not digest. Now I can eat all that stuff, and now I don't want junk anymore. I don't like junk. I'm not putting any more junk in this body. I need food, and I need meat. I'm actually hungry right now. I gotta eat something, but, so, I had a near death and everything from taking those pills, and, I've had probably the worst stuff than a lot of people, but as compared to other people that been through similar stuff, so I'm either like compared, like at level with you. For some people, my stuff is worse than yours. Who knows? But I guarantee your stuff is not worse than mine, okay? Our situations and everything might be different, like, you know, you lose somebody or a family member, or because of, you know, whatever, murder or whatever, some kind of illness, or maybe you get shot yourself or something, and you go through this trauma, you got shot or almost died, I don't know, whatever situation, I guarantee that we're pretty equal, okay? I don't know. I haven't been shot or nothing like that, so maybe a little bit worse than me, but somewhere in there. But when you have a near death, I'm right there with you. Right there. Nobody tops that. And so when you go through that, you get all these abilities and stuff. So it's like having perks, I guess. You gotta go through the bad shit, then you get some perks with it, I guess. That's the way it works. But all right, on to the next video. Please like and subscribe. Check out my Facebook page, The Awakening, on Facebook. I got that going. Check out the whole channel and stuff like that. And pretty much it. Be cool.